Good morning and welcome. Yes, today is episode 7 of Pride of Frickin' Orange. Now, this is where we get a little crazy, right? Let me just back this up a bit. Okay, so last week was the episode that we like from Pride of Orange. You know, the Pride of Orange episode last week with the Ice Bucks and the Dream Monkeys was really great. I see them as potential rivalries moving forward. And after that first match, even though there was a loss, we got to see their performance. We got to see a performance. And the performance was really good. The biggest thing ever was you developing right now. A sign of development, a sign of teamwork and effortness, brought out the intention of this team. And like I said, we can see the Dream Monkeys moving forward, being the best in that area in the division, and being representing Japan, and go against Team Canada, which everybody would love to see. Now, this episode, it kind of okay, we had a hype match, and now we're going to break it down a bit. We're going to chill for a bit. And what better way, like every sports anime around, like every sports animator, it's to have a training camp episode or a training camp arc. Either way, we're going to get it. So without further ado, let's get right to the review of Pride of Orange episode 7. Now, after last week's episode with the hype of the match with the Ice Bucks and Dream Monkeys, we got to right now a training camp arc. Like always in sports animes, we're bound to have. So we got to see Manaka and the Dream Monkeys, working on teamwork and they're playing beach volleyball. Now the way how they spike the ball, when I watched them playing volleyball, I'm like, I don't know how to say it. Like, I'm looking at an IQ, but I'm also looking at a Harukana Receive. It's like they merged the two ideas and we're watching this. I mean, literally, we're just watching Harukana Receive, and then we're watching IQ merge into this type of episode. Not the show overall, but the episode itself. Like, wow. So, and it gave us a feedback of how they end up in Okinawa. Well, here's how this works. So, training's done. It's time for them to have a training camp of their own. Like, after playing 2 matches or whatnot, they decided to, okay, we're going to train you guys, because some of y'all doubt weaknesses. One of y'all, like Monica, likes speed. They lack legs. They need to focus on this. Even the goalie. And I'm going to get to the goalie. So, they're like, oh, training in Okinawa? Part-time? Okay. So, they're getting ready to go to Okinawa, but the coach told the pink hair girl, the goalie, pulled her aside. Now, this is where this episode not only is a training camp, but it's only focused on Karuko. You see, she's the goalie. Being a goalie in the hockey, it's very, very important. It's very, very important. You got to protect the goal. Not just protect, you got to make sure the pucks don't get in the goal. That's your main goal right there. And you got to move fluency. You got to move left and right, all that stuff. But the thing about Karuko is that her voice. It's her voice. She got to speak. She got to communicate with people. If she just, as the goalie, you got to communicate with them as well. You got to tell them, oh, the attack, the left wing, the right wing. Oh, they're coming from the left. They're coming from the right. You gotta communicate with them, and not even though you're the goalie and they can't hear you. You gotta have that voice. You gotta be as loud as you can. This voice, that loud. You gotta be loud on the ice, and that's the thing about Coco. I guess she's nice. She's one of those shy girls that you see on a regular basis, in anime. Every shy girl has. The shyness, the shy voice. And I call it the shy voice because they don't talk, they talk, but they don't loud talk. They just talk okay, hi. It's kind of like how simple thing would be coming to your mind with thinking OG, Hinata, Hyuga, Sumi from Rent a Girlfriend, or Fluttershy from My Little Pony. I don't know why I bring that up, but still, that's the idea. So, they go to Okinawa, and we got a little montage of them working together and working part-time. Okay. And then the beach scene. I'm pretty sure everybody happy to see them in their swimsuits. I mean, like, but the thing is, I'm not surprised that they're in their swimsuits. I'm not surprised because, again, Love Live, Bang Dream. I'm not surprised. I mean, come on, we're not surprised they're gonna be in a swimsuits thing because Love Live and yeah, Love Live did this and Bang Dream did this. They're on their swimsuits, so we're not surprised. We're not surprised. So seeing them in their swimsuits having a good time, stuff. Okay, now this is where the practice comes in for Kokoro. Karuko. Her voice. That's the thing. So the match started, and the teamwork was really good. We got to see them passing the ball and spiking it. It was like looking at a reminiscent of Harukana Receive and the overrated version of Haikyuu. And I love what they did in this 3v3. It was really nice. Really nice to see. It was good. And then, Karuko bump into Aya by mistake, and she felt bad about it. And then we got a flashback with them, with Karuko, Aya, and Manaka when they were little kids. And kind of the way how you sum the three up was this. Again, this is like Love Live with Yumi, Katori, and Honoka. So let's look at this. Manaka, she's the energetic person. Like, she's so hyperactive that she could just climb on the ropes if she wanted to. That's how hype she is. Aya is more of like the spokesperson, like to make sure both of them are okay. And she has the voice. Like, she has that voice to say, be careful out there, don't do that. Like that. She's more of the motherly type. And then you got Karuko, who's not laid back. I would say more of the shy type, kind of like, she gives that vibe of positivity. That's what I'm saying. So you have the energetic, the motherly one, and the passionate, the passionate one. The one that can bring smiles to everyone. That is Karuko right there. So Karuko felt bad for herself that she doesn't have the voice. She don't let up. But leave it to Manaka to give her some motivational speech. The thing about Manaka, and that people don't think about this, is that Manaka has the voice of total power. Like, her voice cheers people on. Her motivation leads people on. And with Karu, when they went back to resume the game, the match was really good. And she spoke. She's like, "Oh, I got it." She spoke. Everyone was surprised that she actually spoke. And that was, that's the biggest development in this training camp arc was Karuko having a voice of her own and speaking out. And then we got to see Mami. Oh my God, we got to see Mami. Ever since she left, I was wondering if we were gonna. I mean, I knew we were gonna see her. Like, here's the thing. When Mami left, I didn't think that we were gonna see her until probably in another team, and they go against each other. But when they brought her back and showing her that she's training, well, because you see the bags that she has, it tells us that she is training her ass off. She's training her ass off. I really am proud that Mami-chan has stepped up, and training for the team, training her artists out there. Pretty soon, I hope, and I really hope so. I hope after she trains, she's gonna, on a day when the Dream Monkeys come back, make their team. Mami better come back. She better join the Dream Monkeys. If she joined the Dream Monkeys, I'll be like, welcome back. Even though you left, but you're still back. You're still part of the Dream Monkeys. But if you go to another team, I won't be mad at that. Because, you work so hard, even though you're separated. But still, it's great to play with Manaka and the others. You know what I mean? That's what I like. So overall, episode 7 was really good. I really like the development that it's doing now for Karuko. It gave us some speeches to say that, give us somewhat of attention to look at her and say, you know what, she's stepping up. And being the goalie is very important, even though it's a tough job to protect the ice puck. She still has the voice, and I really am proud of her. I really am. So, like I said, we had a training camp episode, and it was mostly on Karuko being that she has to have the voice, and now that she has the voice, she's getting better with ease. So, I look forward for next week's episode of Pride of Orange. Now, next week is going to be hectic because, going to California, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is around the corner, guys. And let's not forget, Anime NYC, guys. Anime NYC this weekend, so I'm sure everybody is pumped up for this as much as me. So again, I look forward for next week's episode of Pride of Orange, episode 8. I can't guarantee it's going to be next week, but I will try my best to upload it in Cali as much as I can. You won't see the background of my anime shots. You won't see the background of it, but I will show it. But I will give you guys an episode review of it. So stay tuned for next week or 2 weeks if best.